So hello everybody. This is Mireille Tulekima from Perth. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show. Today we are going to India. We're having a very an amazing woman with us, and we're gonna get the opportunity to learn about an industry that I don't know. So I'm gonna learn a lot myself, and it's gonna be, I know, as usual, it's gonna be amazing for all of you. So come in, and please, have your notepad, your pen, and take notes, because I know that our guest today is gonna, she's gonna teach us quite a lot of things, and it's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be amazing as usual. So, who is this guest? You probably ask yourself, who is this guest? Our guest today is Madhavi Advani, and she's based in India, and she's a renowned luxury consultant in the world of art, real estate, hospitality, bespoke events, and destination weddings. So she has an international coverage. And she's also India chairperson, All Ladies League, and she's the director of International Children Film Forum at Mawad Studio. And like me, she's an online talk show. I've been on her show, so she'll get the opportunity to talk about it. And she's also a multi-award winner, so she's also gonna let us know a little bit. The list is very long. She's probably the best person to talk about all those awards. I will not be able to do that. And she's actually received the iconic Woman Leaders Award for creating a better world, presented at the Women Economic Forum in 2018 by Dr. Abhin Arora, and she is the chairperson of All Ladies League, and she's married to an investment banker. So we're going to learn about, all of this today. And I hope you're going to enjoy this episode like you did, previously, and get to join the conversation with Madhavi and myself, and get to have, an amazing hour of greatness. So let's start and bring Madhavi here to talk to us.
Right? On memories. But as I got older, I started to be more aware of some of the abusive sides of
So, good evening, Madhavi. Welcome to the Greatness Engineering Hour show. It is such a pleasure to have you today and get to have, a very interesting conversation with you. So, welcome.
Thank you, Miren, and good evening, everybody. It's a real pleasure and honor for me to be here on the Greatness Engineering Hour show with Mirel. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm here all the way from India, Delhi, for all of you guys here, and I consult on the luxury segment. Just as Mirel mentioned, I consult on real estate, art, hospitality, destination weddings in Italy, fashion designers, jewelry designers, bespoke events.
Yeah, so it's quite a new subject for us here on this platform, and I hope people are going to enjoy and get to understand exactly, what is the luxury industry and how passionate it is. Because when I see your passion, I know that it must be very, very, very passionate. So um, what I'm going to do is start with a video first, and then we'll start to talk about, go maybe deeper into, the luxury industry and how you manage to come to where you are right now. Because I know it's going to be a long story, and I really want to give you the time to be able to, to really, talk about your story and how you managed to come where you are. So let's have this video first.
I'm Madhavi
Sure.
Advani, luxury consultant. I consult on real estate, art, hospitality, destination weddings in Italy, fashion and jewelry designers, as well as bespoke events. So I went to St. Angela Sophia School in Jaipur. Then I did my BA History Honours from Maharani's College, one of the topmost college in Rajasthan. And then I did my Masters in Political Science from University of Rajasthan. Most important thing that I like about Jaipur is that it's my hometown. And a hometown can never get out of your heart. The whole world can get out of it, but not your hometown. And mainly because my parents are there, so that's the main thing, and I've been born and brought up. So there is something that you always feel when you are in your own city. There's some attachment. I think I should say very, very adventurous, dynamic as I see it, overall development, lot of activities. And I think I was almost everywhere, and I wanted to be participating in debates, singing and mountaineering, camping, trekking, swimming. My father's name is Mr. Harish Motwani and my mother's name is Mrs. Subhash Motwani. I have an elder sister, Sonia Golani. She's in Mumbai, and then it's me. Then I have a brother, Prashant Motwani, and my youngest brother is Vikram Motwani. So we are 4 of us. My husband's name is Anil Advani, and he's an investment banker. He's into acquisition and ventures. So he's completely a finance guy. It was an arranged marriage. Though a lot of people, when they look at us, they say that, it seems like it was a love marriage. So he's from Shriram College, Delhi. Then he did his MBA from Virginia Tech, USA. He's a very good, you can say, a father, a son, and of course a husband. So he's been very, very understanding with me. So I've got 2 kids, Arjun Advani and Anisha Advani. Arjun is very passionate about theatre, so we're letting him do. It was a tough decision for us to take because my husband being an investment banker. So, but now we finally, accepted it, and he's a good artist. He does full justice to his roles, whatever he gets. My daughter just graduated last year from G. and Mary College, and she and her friend, they joined me as an intern. So they do some work for my clients, which I don't do for them, but they are handling it for them. Very difficult to say that who's the inspiration, because I wouldn't like to mention any name of a celebrity. And I think, there are many people whom you can get inspired by. So I get inspired, in fact, by everybody. Everyone, I find something nice, I want to learn from them. So there's nobody specific in my life. I want to be learning all through my life. I am a learner, and I like to imbibe good things from good people. So I think we all go through challenges, and what I feel is that always there will be challenges in life, and it's completely on how you overcome it or how you face the challenges. So I believe in completely being positive, giving positive vibes, because what you emit comes back to you. They say the universe conspires. So even when I have challenges, I try to be very positive in those situations, try to handle it the most beautiful way possible. So because that's what I've learned from my parents again.
So wow, that's an amazing, an amazing story, and great, great environment. So I just wanted to ask you, because what is a luxury consultant, and what really motivated you to become a luxury consultant?
Surely. So, according to me, also some people, they say luxury consultant is a designation which is being created by me. And according to me, the job of a luxury consultant is basically to advise and consult clients which are already brands, which are already, I'm on board with some top brands from our country. And also people who want to go to another level, who are already there, individuals as well as brands. So I look into their promotion, visibility, recognition, and awareness. So that's the job for luxury consultant, to advise the clients and to promote them, their visibility, recognition, awareness.
Mm-hmm. And how did you? I mean, how did you manage to choose this? This profession? Because is it something that you always wanted to do? Is it something that you discover all the way?
So I think, it happened by destiny, to be very honest. I have been traveling the world across with my husband. He's an investment banker, as I said, into real estate and hospitality. So we
Mm-hmm.
were traveling to the best of the places in the country, and staying at the best of the properties in the world, be it, USA, or Mauritius, or Palace on Wheels. So I saw the lifestyle and luxury and lifestyle of the rich and the famous, where the people go, where they travel. I personally experienced that life. And while I got on as a consultant for art, I realized that all the clients that I was getting in future were related with luxury somehow or the other, be it real estate, be it art, be it destination weddings in Italy, fashion designers, jewelry designers. And that kind of really inspired me to get into the industry, deep into the industry.
Yeah, it must have been very fascinating, because you can imagine all, seeing what the rich are doing, and all the luxury around. It really, fascinating to have. But now that you are into the industry, what actually brings you satisfaction in what you do?
So my greatest satisfaction is, like, when you see a child growing, and when the child does well in life, that's the biggest satisfaction a mother can get. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, my friends, my client are like a baby, a child, which I support, for whom I do the visibility, promotion, recognition, awareness through various ways, wherever I think I can get them the best visibility, promotion, recognition, awareness, and clients, one-on-one meetings, bespoke events. When they do well, that's the biggest satisfaction that I get, actually.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So yeah, that's I think that's something that you need to like, because if you don't like it, like you said, you have to look at it as, being a mom and nurturing, your clients, because otherwise it becomes very difficult. So we have a few people here who are watching. We have Tamaka Thomas. She's watching from Texas in the US. We have Dee. Dee is watching from the US as well, from Washington, D.C. Oh, Maryland. Yeah, so it's Washington. So she's there, and so they're ready, to be part of the discussion. I mean, you've been doing it for quite some time, actually, and so I just wanted to know, what are the key skills, and knowledge required to succeed in the luxury industry, if I can, ask the question.
Sure. So, see, there are many skills that you need to have for any profession for that matter. But yes, for luxury, you have to be very, very well connected with the right clientele and right people. And
Mm-hmm.
I have been fortunate to be with the right people. I'm well connected in Delhi because of being on board with so many organizations, not only national but international. And I've been a regular I'm a life member for FICCI, Federation of Industry, Commerce and Chamber. Then I'm international associate with Federation of Industry Women Entrepreneurs, and
Mm-hmm.
also influencer with Women Innovator, which is one of the organizations. These are all some are international organizations, some are the organizations from our country. So being on board with these organizations help you network with the right clientele, right people. I've been India chairperson All Ladies League organization, which is all over the world. So being a part of these organizations, coming from a affluent family, plus a good friend circle, good education, all that I think helps you to be a good consultant for luxury, because end of the day it's about being well networked with the right clientele.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's important to highlight because obviously in the luxury industry it's more important, the networking. But I think it's valid for everybody, for any entrepreneur, to make sure that they network and they grow. They grow their network so that they can do business and scale their business as well. So it's definitely something that everybody needs to do. So we have Lotus. Lotus is here, watching from this Washington DC as well. Hey Lotus, thanks for tuning in. And so she's already enjoying the discussion, and I understand because that's really still a very close type of industry, if I may express myself like that. And which leads me to ask you, because obviously there's all the glamour, you meet people, there's the networking, everything is fine, but you must have had some obstacles. So what are the key challenges and obstacles that you had to face on your way to being, a prominent figure, in the luxury industry in your country, but also internationally?
So, every profession, there are challenges. And if you ask me for specific to luxury, sometimes like small thing like multitasking could be a challenge. Another challenge that comes when it comes to profession is that, when I'm doing a transaction for a real estate company, which is
Mm-hmm,
a 30 crore deal, there is a penthouse which is for 30 CR. It's not a joke, selling
mm-hmm,
luxury is easy. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, and even your client has to be very understanding, has to have complete faith and trust in you that it takes time. There is patience required. So there will be times that probably I would have shown a penthouse to a client and to different clients like maybe 50 times, 60 times, and the deal may not happen, and it's at the
mm-hmm,
verge of happening and still it doesn't close. Same with art also, it takes time, but then when it happens you really feel very good about it. But then this is a big challenge, especially in the current scenario. You can see when the
mm-hmm. With the
show is not there. So that's a
mm-hmm,
big more than anything else. I think the main challenge is when it comes to like selling the product, be it real
mm-hmm,
estate, art, because promotion, visibility, recognition, awareness, I have a forte in that, and I'm
mm-hmm.
very strong in it. But then
Yeah.
yes, when it comes to selling, it is a challenge, no doubt.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you said, patience is key because sometimes you put so much effort, but it takes time to convert everything. And as an entrepreneur, I think that's also a big lesson to learn because we are dealing
Yeah.
with people, we are dealing with emotions. So it's about making sure that we communicate properly and we are patient. We understand, how to, to create this rapport with the clients and how to meet their needs. It's not actually about us. It's about really, understanding what the client is looking for and
Yeah.
serve this client.
What I feel is that one should never give up. Things do happen. It may take its own sweet time. I have been
Mhm,
able to sell art. I have been able to convert a real estate client into buying a beautiful penthouse. But there are times which also there were some clients who were at the verge of closing it, and they also didn't close it. So things happen for sure. But yes, you should just keep on doing your best and continue. Never give up. That attitude should be there for sure.
Yes, so and I hope everybody is taking notes. Never give up, whatever situation you are in right now. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep communicating. I mean, if you are in business, keep communicating with your clients, your customers. Understand what they need, especially in this difficult period, and not give up. And
And
and that's.
so, like, stay positive. That's important to stay positive. The universe conspires,
Yeah. And the positivity is key as well, because if you negative, then you can't think, you can't really think and bring solution to any client anyway. So that's really not a good emotion to bring in. But we're going through all the pandemic, and I know, I mean, we don't have all the news from India, but you're probably affected as well, as especially as a luxury consultant. So how do you manage it, and what is the new normal for you?
See, definitely, every industry has been affected badly. If you talk about hospitality, I have my office at the Taj Ambassador, and I've been a client with the Taj Ambassador hotels. The hotel has been shut from last so many months now. There's no business happening except for takeaways. If you talk about, art also, I was going to do a very big show of a Padma Shri artist, Krishna Kanhai, in Delhi with the Khemka Art Gallery, which is one of the famous galleries in Delhi. And we were having proper big press coverage, media coverage, and the right clientele to come and appreciate and buy art, which we have, now postponed looking at this scenario. And definitely times are tough right now. So we are trying to make the best by making the use of the worst situation right now through social digital media, which is creating awareness, branding, promotion, visibility by Zoom meetings, webinars, and seminars, virtual world more, and it's going more international and global now because of this, which was earlier confined to just our city and our country. And also, like, now we are planning, if the things get a little better, we are going to have one-on-one meetings with the client, meet and greet with very limited number of people are interested for what we have to offer them. And when it comes to real estate, maybe it will move a bit because the prices have come down because of the situation right, and people want to have that community living kind of a thing right now after they have faced and they're going through this. So I am promoting farmhouses by Ram Ratan Group. These are the luxury farmhouses by the people who are they are the ones who started the farmhouses in the country. They are the pioneers in the farm industry. Real estate might move a bit at the moment right now, but then travel is completely put on hold because there's no international travel happening. I was going to, just before the lockdown, I was going to get on board with a very big travel company, and we were planning to organize some luxury trips for women from here and some, concept luxury trips for people from here. So that has got on hold. Definitely it has been affected, undoubtedly.
Yeah, I can imagine, and the key thing here is to really be able to reinvent, yourself, and be innovative, creative. But like you said, I mean, there's a positive side of it because you've been able to reach out more international, people, because you've been online and talking to them as well. So building your brand online.
Yeah, many things which I realized, which I would have never realized if this thing didn't happen. I started with my Madhavi's Luxury.co talk shows only around this time because otherwise I was so busy in my own life and schedule, I would have never thought about it. And that way I was able to get a lot of people who have done very well in their life and being connected with them, and they are also being able to get visible to the world through this program. I also started more than a 1 month long mantras with Madhavi on Facebook, where people distinguished walks of life are putting a positive message or a video so that we
Mm-hmm.
all stay positive and motivated around COVID-19. So that really
Mm-hmm.
helped us as a community together on Facebook to support each other. So that's been
Mm-hmm.
really
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. So we have some comments, especially from Lotus. So there's Grace watching from the Philippines, and so Lotus is saying that you're demonstrating how tenacity can serve us, and we must not give up until we win. And she has also, she's also saying that many businesses have been impacted, and for this reason we must often recreate ourselves, which you were elaborated about, and leverage the things our business that are making and enhance and get rid of what is not working. And you can actually talk about reaching out now more international people using platforms like Facebook. You started your show as well, bringing now all those prominent people online instead of visiting them and traveling all over the world, which has been very, very good. And she's not Lotus is also mentioning the low price in real estate, which ushers in advantage for people who are in the buyer market. Obviously there's some bargain that people, if you have some cash that you can use straight away, and really go and buy something that you couldn't actually buy in a normal time. So we're gonna have a break. There's a lot, and thank Lotus for your insight. It's really amazing to have you again here, and also all the insight that we get from Madhavi today is also amazing, and we get to learn a little bit more about the luxury industry and also the key challenges that the industry actually brings here. So let's have another video of you, and we'll come back for our for this amazing conversation again.
I
Thank
think
you.
every stage is a turning point for all of us. After you do your schooling, you come to your college. There is different things that you're doing in college. So as in school, when I was in school, I was only being into cultural activities. I wanted to be the captain of my house, and again learning and getting educated. Then when I came to college, I developed into a different individual, as in I was into flying, and I was socializing, interacting with a lot of friends in my college and doing a lot of activities together. Same with masters when I did. So it evolved me as a person, and till date, getting into the luxury segment is also a turning point for my life. I mean, I had never thought I would be into this industry, because I have been doing things in the past and as per the convenience of my family and my children, and always I had been doing something or the other. But finally I got a call that I'm made for this industry. I've worked for the topmost law firm of our country, which also I enjoyed at that time. I've run a play school, which I enjoyed. I used to do workshops for children, and everything. But I think ultimately this is the best and the most exciting part of my life. I think there's not a single mantra for success, because I have also been with people who are successful. I've observed them, and there are many people I feel who can be successful, but there is completely, definitely, it's about your EQ and IQ both. It's not how intelligent you are, but also how important is your EQ. How good are your social skills? How good you are handling with people? How patient are you? And there's so many things, I think. And I'm a very social person. I love meeting people. I love interacting with people. It gives me energy. And I'm pretty patient when it comes to some major decisions, when you have to give it some time and you have to wait and watch. And then also being understanding. You have to be phenomenal. You have to have a phenomenal understanding, phenomenal faith and trust, and no negative attitude towards people with whom you're either working or whom you're working for. I think I enjoy my work, because this is something that I enjoy, and I'm doing it, and this gives me a complete thing of what I always wanted to do. I wanted to be in the luxury segment. I wanted to host lovely parties, bespoke parties for my friends, for my clients, which I'm getting to do. and I want to do even more better and internationally also at the places of our world and country. And I think I love music, I love dancing, and Bollywood, of course. I love watching all the movies. I try and watch all the good movies. Weekends are basically dining out, watching movies, being with family. So that's how my weekends I spend. I think I feel very, very blessed to do what I'm doing right now. I didn't expect this also. But then, of course, there's much more to me, and I want to do even more than what I'm doing right now. And my future plans would be to go global, to go international. I've already started venturing out from Delhi. So I made myself first very, very strong here in Delhi. Then next I'm doing an event in Orcha, which is near Khajuraho. So that's going to be like art with royalty. So I have been doing concept events in the past also. I did art with real estate. So we did Aarti's art show with ambience as well as with the Trump Towers. And then I also did this, hospitality with art. All the artworks you see here in Taj, I got the, gallery to come and put the works here. So like that, I want to combine luxury with royalty for sure, which I'm already doing, and concept.
So you've basically been, hanging around with the most powerful people in India, and that's not a doubt. So what I want you to know, because you're already there, you're among those powerful people, and you really enjoy life, and you really enjoy the best that life is bringing. What have been so far your greatest achievement? Because obviously we can see the passion when you talk about your industry, but I really wanted to know, is there something special that you've done and that you remember and that you cherish more than anything?
Yeah, I think, Muriel, it'll be very difficult for me to tell you one achievement because they kept coming one after the other so quickly that for me also it was like some miracle happening in my life. I started first, of course, my first project with Ambience Group, which is one of the top companies in the country in real estate. I got on board with them. So that was a big achievement for me. Then getting on board with an international client like Angelo Garini, a celebrity wedding designer from Milan. So that was a big achievement for me. Then having my own office at the Taj Ambassador has been really very fulfilling and satisfying for me in my career. And also getting on board with the Padma Shri artist Krishna Kanaiji from our country. So I think each one has been amazing, and it's, as I say, it's been like miracles happening to me in my life.
Yeah, and it was a thought-provoking question because I knew that it was going to be very difficult for you to really choose because you've been part of so many big events and the fantastic event that it's very difficult to say, oh no, I prefer it. There's always a small aspect of things, but it's very difficult to choose in a way. So, but you have this beautiful career, you're doing really well, but you're a mom and you're a wife as well, and we know the demand of those those area of our life. How do you manage that? How do you create the balance in your life with the current activity? Because I can imagine going to big event, networking takes a lot of time. So how do you balance all of that?
So, see, it's about work-life balance and also about time management. So, I think very good when it comes to time management and as well as managing the staff at home and, getting things on time and maybe a good administrator, you can say. And I ventured into things as per the convenience of my family and my children because I never wanted that to happen, that I don't have time for my kids when they were young. So I took up things accordingly, and now they are grown-up children, so they also help me in my work sometimes. And I am comparatively have much more time than what I would have had when they were much younger. So it's about time management mainly.
And time management is key because time, like we said, we always say money is everything, but time is everything because when you've wasted it, that's it. You don't get it back, and it's important to manage it really well, and especially when it comes to family and children. As soon as they're big, and then you missed out something, in their life, that's it. You can't bring it back, and it's very difficult to to think about it, and so that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Say
Also,
again.
Mirel, I feel it's about discipline in life. When I'm
Mm-hmm,
being conducting these talk shows, there could be times when people would rather sleep in the afternoon and not work upon the talk that I'm going to do. I invest my time nicely. There are 24 hours in a day, so 8 hours you can sleep. The rest of the time that you have with you is enough and sufficient if you want to really do. You have to have the passion to do something. That drive has to be there. Where there's
mm-hmm.
a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm. Where there's a will, there's a way. Definitely. You need to, like you said, you need to have the drive and be passionate because then you don't see it as a challenge, as a hurdle. You just, go and continue to do it. And which bring me to my next question, because due to the COVID-19, like you said, you have to reinvent yourself to to do something, to pivot, to be creative, and you started your show, and I've been on your show as well. And so what is the show about? What's the goal of the show? What's the end goal when you started this show?
yeah, so see, when I started, it just started with a friend of mine. We thought like, let's start this in the lockdown. We wanted to do something, and something like this we wanted to do physically, live. Live shows like this.
Mm-hmm,
Because we were not able to do that because of COVID, we thought of starting it on this Facebook live shows, which turned
mm-hmm,
out to be really good because we have the reach of the audience much more. It's gone global now. It's not
mm-hmm,
restricted to India, as I said. And also, I realized that there is so much more I could have given to my clients through the social media, which I would have never
mm-hmm,
thought when I was working with them physically, when I was doing these meet and greets and these bespoke events. But like
mm-hmm,
this is another way of reaching out to a larger audience and bigger audience, I feel.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
definitely, now that I've started this, I want to continue it and give them even more visibility, more promotion in the right crowd, right circle, and see how best we can convert their business into ultimately results.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's really big because when things start to reopen, then you have this platform where you are, because I've seen the people that you bring. Those are like high profile people. So you basically creating this you creating you this network, and then when it's gonna come down to business, then it's gonna be easier for you to reach out to them again and be able to bring your service if they need it. But with that, because I know that you're also preparing a book, and so what is the book is going to be about, and can you tell us a little bit about this book, and what is going to be about, and when it's going to come out as well, because I'm interested to know.
See, Miril, I already happen to be an author of a book called What Life Taught Me. It's for
Mm-hmm.
Mantras of Success. This is the book.
Okay, all right, so let
This
me
is
just
autism.
zoom it.
Yeah, it talks about, this is the one. And it talks about basically positivity, a bit about spirituality, etiquettes, manners, and it's about mantras for success that helped
Mm-hmm,
me become what I am today. And because of going on this social media platform with my talk shows, I'm already getting associated with many people, and they're coming up with different ideas. They want
mm-hmm,
to get associated with the coffee table book, which we are already working on.
mm-hmm,
So because of the lockdown, it got a little delayed because it's an association with Penguin. women innovator, and me as their main person behind the book. We are working with Penguin to come up with the coffee table book. So working, I think, little when the things get a little better, it should come in the market, within a month or two, maybe.
Okay, so we're just going to take another break, and then we'll come back and continue this discussion with Madhavi. I hope everybody is enjoying, because it's good to learn. It's not very often that we have people from this part of the world on the show, so it's really amazing to get to know from you. But before we do that, there are some good insight and comment. This is Grace from the Philippines. So she's saying, regardless of your status, everyone is affected by the pandemic, and it is very difficult to get used to the new normal, because it will take time, especially for the business. But let's still be positive. And that's what you were saying, is that, trying to put together those activities and encourage other people to stay positive. And we have Angela is coming in from Washington, D.C., and she's congratulating you for your accomplishment, your big accomplishment. So that's fantastic. You wanted to say something, Madhavi?
I personally feel that we have to be very adaptable at this time. I understand it's very difficult for all of us, but then I think as humans, we are also very adaptable. And that's the only solution right now, because, we need to make the best of the worst situation. We all are going through a very bad time right now. But then we have to mold ourselves. We have to be adaptable, as I said.
And adaptation is important. And sometimes that's the problem. People are not flexible. And if you're not flexible, you're scared to to start something new, and it doesn't help, because you basically start to get into negativity, and by the time you realize, nothing happened, and you're just getting worse in a way. So let's have this break, and we'll come back for the last part of the show. So we are back with Madhavi. Very interesting conversation, understanding a little bit more what the luxury industry is, all about, especially in India. And I have a question for you here, Madhavi, from Angela. She's asking, what type of adaptable solution are you offering? Because you said we have to be adaptable, but what type of solution do you see that we can use to be adaptable?
Yeah. So, as I just said, that I've been advising my clients as well, the same thing that I'm going to tell you, whether my clients from real estate, art, hospitality, or weddings, fashion designers, jewelry designers, I've been telling them also that right now is the time to make the best of the virtual world, however best we can make, through Zoom, webinars, seminars, and be more prominent on the social media. and build up yourself, build up your brand through this as much as possible. You got time right now, which you may not get it later. And all this will be very, very useful once the things are normal, once everything is fine. At least you'll have a reach out to so many people, so to the global world now, So why not make the best of that digital and social world right now?
So I hope, Angela, I hope you're happy with what Madhavi is saying. So she's basically saying, that you have to be dominant, try to be dominant on social media, make the most of the digital, and which at the same time with the objective of building our brand, so that we get in a better position when things start to come up, to continue to go to the next level, and not be lost, and and die, our business die because of the pandemic. So Angela is saying thank you, Angela, for the question. That was a great question to ask, and that's really good. So Madhavi, you've done so much, and you're well known in India, and maybe my audience doesn't know you, but you're a top person there, and mingling with billionaire or whatever. But what is the legacy that you want to leave? What is the legacy that you want to leave? Because you've done so much, you've basically doing what you were dreaming about, which is being able to serve your client, organize events, and be in the real estate, and be in the art industry as well, and be a luxury consultant, like you call yourself. So what's next for you?
So see, it said like if wishes were horses, everybody would ride them. So if you ask me about my wish, I would love to reach out to as many people as possible to guide them around luxury, with my experience, with my knowledge, give them that knowledge, give them that experience, that how it's important to be a luxury consultant, and how nice it is to be a luxury consultant, how to be a successful luxury consultant. I would love to guide people who are interested to be into this profession. And because I have created my own brand in India called madhavisluxury.co. So a lot of people call me with different names. They call me luxury queen, they call me social media queen, somebody calls me Madhavi's luxury Advani. So different people have given me different designations, who are distinguished people in their own walks of life, and they say you have created the brand called luxury. So definitely, it would be my dream that it is there in every nook and corner of the world and country, that this brand goes global and international, not just stays to India limited. So that's my dream. Work towards it. I'll try, do that kind of a thing, that it is created all over the world.
And that's something that the pandemic actually helped you with, because only people who knew India knew what you were doing, and the consultancy that you were doing in the luxury industry and for prominent people in India. But you were not really known, especially when you've traveled. But when you came back with your family, you didn't have the opportunity to reach out, you are able to do with predominantly with your show, and now with being in other platforms as well, because that's also part of the strategy as well. So it's been really interesting to know what a luxury consultant does, and what you do, and share it with my audience, because when I heard about luxury consultancy, I was a bit curious as well. And I got to know you, but I also wanted people to understand what it's all about. And there are opportunities in any way. Yes, there's the pandemic. Yes, the economy is still very fragile, but that's something to keep in mind going forward. And hopefully people who are interested can reach out to you and learn from you, because you've been really doing well in India. And like I said, you're really, really well known there. So just to, for people who want to continue and learn a little bit more from you, where can they, they connect with you, or if there anything that you special that you want to share with the audience?
So, see, definitely, I'm already, as I said, going bit global as I have the celebrity wedding designer from Italy with whom I'm on board, as well as also with the fashion designer from New York, Aisha Khanna. She's an international fashion designer and she's done fashion shows in Paris, Milan, New York. Very, very talented designer from our country. So she has her unit here in Delhi, but then she is, supplying all over the world. So I want to reach out with her garments all over the world, and I'm also on board as a brand ambassador with her. And Sari Sanskriti by Salma Sultan. I want to take saris, our Indian attire, global, international. And also, if anybody from any part of the world wants to, get me on board from India, I would be more than happy to do their promotion, visibility, recognition, and awareness in the luxury segment. If anybody is wanting to promote their brand in India, who are doing very well in their countries and they want to reach out to our country here. So I'm like doing cross promotions, vice versa, from India to international as well as from international to India. So I'll be really looking forward for it. And they can contact me on my Instagram, they can see my videos on YouTube and Facebook. Also, website is there. So these are the places where they can reach out to me. And yeah.
Yes. So, I hope you've all taken note. You can, I mean, India is a big market, and I think everybody wants to be there because of the number of, people that we have there. And also, there's quite a lot of billionaire there as well. So if you can, if you want to enter the market, the Indian market, don't hesitate to connect with Madhavi. She is well connected, and she will, take your hand and help you to to scale whatever you want to scale, or to just enter the market. It will be an amazing opportunity for all of you. So it's
Be it, be it
good.
any field, I'm well connected in Delhi, India, with the right people, so I can reach them out to the right concerned people, so they don't have to really go through that, and they will be put to the right concerned people, which are required for the business promotions.
Yes, exactly. And I know that because yeah, I know exactly, what you're talking about. So I just recommend Mediv, and really go, and especially if you're interested, like I said, it's a big market. And if you have an idea, if you have a product, if you have a service that you think is ready, don't hesitate to reach out to her. Especially now, she's accessible online, which she was not before. So take the opportunity to connect with her. So it's been an amazing conversation. Thank you, Madhavi, again for taking the time and coming to have this conversation with me, and also educating my audience about luxury consulting, but also connecting with them, and explaining to them how important this industry is in India and all over the world as well, because sometimes we don't realize it's a really big industry where a lot of money is flowing. So you definitely want to understand, what's going on there. So we have another show tomorrow, and this is going a very intriguing show. Um, our guest tomorrow is Shaman Carter. Shaman is preparing a documentary on her life. She's been the victim of so many things: rape, gender-based violence. She's been into drugs, and she managed to get out of it. And she is putting together this documentary to talk about her life, but also she's now advocating against all the violence that can exist right now, and using and she's doing it through by creating films, and also participating in some with her organization to really, advocate and track, all those, network that actually promote those violence. And she's been, I mean, for people who know, she's been featured in Greenleaf, which is one of the one of the series that was actually, I think, Oprah is the producer of this series, so she has been part of it. Not a big role, but she has been part of it. So we're looking forward to have Charmaine tomorrow to tell her about her story, a very dramatic story, and tell us about the film that she's preparing, about this story. So, what do we have as news today? There's the magazine that's coming through, so make sure you get ready. It's coming at the end of the month, so the Greatness Engineering magazine. So it's almost there, but I'm really excited about it. It's the first edition, and I'm really looking forward to share with everybody this new magazine, and I hope that people are going to enjoy the magazine as well. There's also the book Blueprint from Heaven, that I'm part of. It's a collaboration book as well. And my devotional is going to build on my biblical knowledge of Abraham's life and his wisdom as well. So I'm really, getting excited about it. There's my old book as well, Stepping into Your Greatness, that, I published in 2016. So it's still valid, especially in this time of uncertainty and also doubt. So please make sure you grab a copy. It's everywhere on online, on any bookstore online, and get familiar with the 12 rules building your outstanding life. And if you want a signed copy, just email me, and then we'll organize that for you. So that's all for today. And I really thank again Madhavi for being here and taking the time to educate us about the luxury, the luxury world. And and I'm really happy to have had to manage to bring her on this platform. So just before we leave, Madhavi, any last word to the audience that what do you want to leave us with?
Yeah, I think I would like to tell the audience to follow your passion because, when you do something passionately, you don't feel a day that you're working, and passion takes you places. You achieve success. If you're passionate about something, a success automatically falls in place. So be passionate.
So be passionate, follow your passion. You've seen Madhavi passion, all this hour, and you understand, that she and why she's been successful in what she's doing because of this passion and because of her positivity as well. Because she's also telling us to stay positive and really, follow our passion. So thank you very much to everybody who've been able to tune in. And I'm really looking forward to have you tomorrow when I'm going to host Charmaine Carter, because she has an amazing story of triumph, and you'll see how drive and determination can pull somebody out of hell, I would say, and see the good things that she's doing right now. So thank you very much, and I'll see you,
For inviting me.
and
Thank you
thank
for
you,
inviting
Madam.
me. It's a real pleasure and honor, and all the best for your book launch. And looking forward, super excited, as I mean I'm being featured in the book. So my best wishes to you.
Exactly. So, and thanks for your contribution. Fantastic. And take care and good night as well on your side. And good morning for people in the US. Enjoy your day, and good afternoon for people in the rest of the world. For me, it's going to be also a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye bye.